Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Hey, I'm Kellie Rasberry, and welcome back my husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
Did I say Kellie Rasberry-Evans or just Kellie Rasberry?
I wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening to myself, honey. I'm Kellie Rasberry-Evans. My husband, Alan Evans, is back because after, his Hollywood break last week, we had to go film his movie. My best friend Amy filled in for you, and I think she did an awesome job, by the way.
Babe, I missed the podcast. I missed
Did you listen to what we did?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you're going to judge it anyway?
Well, I got on the Facebook Live and I checked it out a little bit, but I was so distracted by the lighting sitch.
Oh my gosh!
And that y'all kept messing with the recorder.
Well, see, but the people that listen to the podcast and don't watch the Facebook Live, they didn't hear any of that. See any of that.
I'm a couple of weeks behind. I need to go back and listen to that one. But yeah, thank you to your friend Amy Lowe for taking down about 3-4 bottles of wine. And
one bottle. We shared it.
Okay.
And we tried doing it outside, which was a huge mistake.
Big mistake.
Because the recorder apparently eats batteries. I mean, just eats them alive. We went through 16 batteries in a 1-hour show.
Let me ask you something. I've been waiting to ask you this question. I've already asked you, but I'm going to ask you here on the podcast. Why is it when I take 1 week off the podcast, you guys got bad lighting?
I don't care about the lighting.
You got bad power?
Well, we didn't know. We'd never done it before.
It's total chaos.
It wasn't chaos.
Why was it chaos?
It wasn't chaos. We just ran out of batteries. And thankfully, I kept my eye on it. And what happened when the light was blinking that the batteries were low, it just stopped recording at that point. And so when I went back to listen to it with producer Robert, we'd be in the middle of the story and it would stop. So I had to kind of fill in the blanks at the recording studio. It was a mess. But,
that's okay.
Hey,
things
happen.
You guys made the best of it.
Things happen.
You guys made the best of it. So
I know for next time.
I missed podcast number 51. This is number 52.
How about that? A full year of podcasts with this one.
So I haven't been on the podcast. There goes Kelly with yet another unprecedented belch.
It's the root beer I'm drinking. I'm holding the microphone down, so if you hadn't said anything, people wouldn't have noticed.
That's the 7th or 8th belch in the last 5 minutes.
That's because I went to get a Diet Pepsi before we did the podcast, and Alan has drunk them all.
Yeah, really causing Kelly a lot of angst.
Major angst that I'm having to drink a root beer now. But this is fine. But it's making me burp.
So I haven't been on a podcast since podcast number 50, which I was looking back at our list of podcasts. That was the last one we did at the old house.
Yes, the old house. Yeah.
Well, together.
And together.
But at the old house. So in between podcast 50 and where we sit today, we've moved.
Yes.
We have moved to a new home. And we're going to get into moving a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to tell our moving story.
To forget it.
I want to tell our moving story.
Right.
Because I learned a life lesson from our mover.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Charles.
So we're going to go to that. Do you need to take a nap, babe?
I do. I'm so tired.
Would you like me to do this one by myself?
Yeah, you can wing it?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about moving a little bit. We're going to talk about, I guess, kind of the chaos of the last week or two in this new house. I thought this place was move-in ready.
Well, it was, and we could have lived very comfortably with the way things were, but you want to make it your own and put your own stamp on it.
Your contractor Dale, who you've mentioned before on I think on the radio and on other podcasts, that guy has a Corvette and a brand new Corvette. And I guarantee we've paid for half that Corvette.
I'm sure we have.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about all the stuff we're doing here at the new house. And Kelly wants to talk about royal wedding.
Yes.
You going to talk about the royal wedding a little bit?
Why would we not?
Isn't that this weekend?
It is this weekend. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I wish they would have timed it a little better for my schedule, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll still get up and watch as much of it as I can before my Saturday kicks in.
Well, they're across the pond, right?
They are. They're in England.
Good eye, mate.
They're getting married in England. The royal family lives over there, so that's where they're having it.
Yep.
Not in Meghan Markle's hometown, which would normally be tradition to go to the bride's hometown, right?
Would it?
Yeah, that's normally tradition. They don't do it like that anymore.
And then we have a smattering of other subjects that we may touch on. Mother's Day. Hopefully you had a nice Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Have a few funny stories from Mother's Day.
You do?
Yes.
I don't remember anything funny happening.
I'm going to bring them up. And we're going to bring back a segment that is broken the internet. Interesting stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that one breaks the internet.
You have to have that because all I have is my wedding facts, which I
okay.
find
Well,
to
that's
be
interesting.
interesting stuff. So maybe we can lump the royal wedding facts into the interesting stuff.
Yeah,
Make it one big long break.
we can totally do that.
Okay.
Okay, so
What do we start with first?
Well, let's start with moving, babe. So you were praying and praying and praying for it not to rain. It hadn't rained in about, I don't know,
Forever.
a week or two.
I'd say we were in a good old drought.
Yeah, we were in a drought.
So, of course, I booked the movers probably 3 weeks in advance. And I tell the woman exactly, over the phone, which is, I advise don't ever do that again because we should have had somebody come over and give me an estimate because I told her the furniture we had in the house and I told her how many rooms we had. And she said, I think 3 men and our biggest truck will probably take about 4 hours.
Which was a 26-foot truck.
Yeah.
It's not a semi. It's like the biggest box truck you've ever seen.
Yeah, it was their truck. And I said, that sounds good to me. Well, then I started praying because I didn't want it to rain that day. I know rain slows people down and gets your furniture wet, and I didn't want that to happen.
And our local weathermen were predicting rain.
They were. So I implored God to please hold off the rain.
Yes.
And like the day before we moved, 2 days before we moved, it was like the skies were about to open up. It was just about to be a deluge. But for 2 days before we moved, it was threatening rain, but never rain. I'm like, you know what? God's going to come through. I was begging people to pray for us. But you know what? God sometimes has a different plan. And sometimes what we pray isn't the answer we want to hear. So God saw fit for the sky to open up the day we moved. And he also saw fit for only 2 out of the 3 movers to show up. And he sent us very good movers.
Wonderful
movers.
men. And I'm going to shout out to especially one of them.
But they were very meticulous in their job. And
Well, they wrapped everything from head to toe.
Everything. Now, granted, it was raining. And but by the time they got the truck loaded, the rain had stopped. The deluge had stopped. So when they moved into the new house, it had stopped raining. But that 4 hours, according to the hours we were billed, became 13.6 hours.
13.6 hours of moving. So they started at 10 in the morning, 10 a.m. And I'm not kidding, guys. They rang the doorbell and it starts raining. Yeah. No exaggeration. Weren't you working that morning?
I was working, and it was raining so hard I couldn't leave work for about 45 minutes.
That's right.
Because it was raining so hard.
That's right.
I couldn't drive in it.
So I'm texting Kellie pictures of the deluge in front of our house.
And all I can think is God was teaching me patience, or maybe, I don't know what God was teaching me. I haven't quite wrapped my brain around that yet, but I know the lesson's coming. But anyway, 13.6 hours later, about what time was it? About 1-ish in the morning?
Well, we were signing the papers about 12:45.
12:45, yeah. That's when we said goodbye to Charles, who was still, he was perky, ready. You'd think he could move another house load, and his worker who had his head down and he was taking a little nap. But that's okay, because we were all tired at that point.
Yeah, one of the movers' names, he was Charles. He was the lead guy. And then the guys working for him, there was one fellow named Rob and another guy named Will. Will was the third guy, and he was actually on vacation. And he came in because the third guy, because Kellie called, and the third guy that was supposed to be there, I don't know what, he had car trouble.
He had car trouble.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be there between 8 and 10. So about 9:45, I got a call from Charles saying, we're on the way. Third guy, he's got car trouble. We're hoping he comes. Well, about 5, 6 o'clock, I realized the third guy wasn't coming, and they'd been moving all day. So I called and I said, y'all, you have got to send somebody else. You've got to send somebody, because this 2 guys, it's just not going to happen. So that's when the third guy showed up around 6.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Came off his vacation day to do that.
Yeah. So
it was just, I felt really bad about it. But what could you do at that point?
There was so much stuff at Kellie's old house, our old house, that they couldn't close the door on the back of the 26-foot truck. So it has one of these elevator platforms on the back of it. They loaded stuff all on that back platform and then basically just tied it all to the truck.
It was hanging off the back.
It's hanging off the back of the truck. So we're only going about 1.5 miles. So I was looking at it thinking, man,
not going to make it.
Something's going to fall off. But fortunately it didn't. But I got to know Charles, the lead guy, kind of well during the move because I spent 13 and a half hours. 13.6 hours with the guy. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was hot. It was muggy. Kellie's furniture and our furniture is big and heavy and cumbersome.
We're not doing this again.
And I asked Charles, I said, man, how do you do this? How do you keep the energy and the enthusiasm to do this? And I said, how long have you been doing this? And he said, I've been doing this 15 years, and I've been with the same company. And he said, I've also been married, just a little side note, I've also been married 25 years. And I said, that is awesome, Charles. I said, that is amazing. I said, how have you stayed in this business for 15 years? Because this is hard work. Captain Obvious making an appearance. He said, you know what? He says, moving has nothing to do with strength. It has everything to do with attitude. He said, we're coming up on summer. He goes, all these young guys that come to our company, they'll be gone in about a month. He said, I have worked 15 summers. And the way I got through all 15 summers, he said, it's all about your positive attitude. And that's how he did it. The entire day, he was upbeat. He was whistling.
True.
He was singing. He didn't complain one time. And then at 12:30 at night, when Kellie and I and Charles are sitting there filling out the paperwork, bloodshot eyes, you know, I know he wants to go home. I wanted to go to bed. They're having a problem running the credit card. And we're like, really? At the end of the day.
And of course, nobody's at the office.
At the end of the day, this is going to happen?
Yeah.
Charles couldn't have been more polite to Kellie and I and been more polite to the person on the other end of the phone at his company who he was trying to work with to get this done. I couldn't believe his attitude.
It's because, I mean, what good does yelling do? What good does having a bad attitude do? What good does it do to cuss, be angry? You just got to get it done.
Yeah.
You know? And it really was a good life lesson.
It was. And I don't know. I thought very highly of somebody that works that hard for that long. And
for that little money, really.
Yeah, movers, you know, they don't make
Nobody
a ton
tips
of money.
them hardly. We tipped them, right?
We tipped them.
Yeah, we tipped them. We bought them lunch and we bought them dinner.
Yeah.
Because it was if that 4 hours.
Tried to give him as much water as we could. We even offered beers, but Charles said, hey, I don't drink. So he was just a cool guy. They were all cool guys. But I did learn, gosh.
We have a lot of stuff is what I learned.
Well, but I learned if you're ever having a bad day at work.
Yeah.
Just think of Charles.
Think of Charles. What would Charles do? Charles would just keep going.
WWCD. What would Charles do?
He wouldn't complain.
Well, he told me, just one more quick story about Charles. He told me that it was a week from when they moved. He said, just last week, we had a guy join our crew. We said, move that mattress up those stairs. He said the guy moved the mattress up the stairs, came down. He said, I'm out. I ain't doing this. He quit right there after 30 minutes on the job. He said, I ain't doing this. And Charles said, you know, we see that all the time. It's hard to find good people, and it's not because they're not strong enough. It's because they don't have the good attitude.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was neat.
So apparently they're hiring movers if y'all are interested in a part-time or a full-time job, because it was a full-time job that day. So anyway, it was interesting process. I did learn that I should have probably been more clear when I was describing our furniture as being bigger. I mean, you say you have a bedroom set, you need to describe it fully. It probably weighs about 3,000 pounds. And it's just the biggest furniture you've ever seen in your life.
None of Kellie's stuff is particle board or pine. It's all made of oak, steel, iron.
I buy good stuff.
It's all heavy. When
I buy something, I buy it, and I want it to pass it on to my grandchildren, apparently.
Passing that down to Emma Kellie's grandchildren.
Wow. But we had a difficult move, but we got through it. And ever since then, we've been unpacking, and we've had some painting done. Today, we've got, my head's swimming right now because we had a pantry painted, and with, what is it, lacquer paint or something?
Yeah. Stain.
The fumes are unbelievable in the house right now. So if we seem a little loopy, it's because of that.
Well, just real quick, going back to Charles, there was this mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall at our old house. Yeah. Really heavy mirror. Remember the one in the kitchen, the cream-colored mirror?
It's now in the closet because we don't know where we're going to hang it.
Yeah. I can barely lift this thing. It is a super, super heavy mirror. And it was hanging on the wall, and I said, hey, Charles, heads up. That's a heavy mirror. And he kind of looks at me. He just kind of gives me a wry smile. He goes, really? He goes over there and he picks it up with one arm off the wall.
He showed you.
And he flipped it around so the reflective side was away from him, and he's carrying it out with one arm, and he looks at me. He goes, I carry mirrors like this so I can't see myself flex.
You too, right, babe?
So he hauled that thing out, and you know what? I want arms like Charles. You know how I'm going to get arms like Charles?
How?
I'm going to do Beachbody.
Well, you've been doing the yoga, which yoga I think is really good for getting you like core strength and leaning you out and stuff, but you want to have some guns, is what you're saying.
What guy doesn't want guns?
I know. And I think a lot of men need to concentrate on their lower bodies too and their leg muscles. I think a lot of men concentrate on their chest and arms and they neglect their legs. Well, here's the thing. Beachbody On Demand has full body workouts. It has tons of different workouts you can choose from, not just the yoga that Alan loves, but they have the P90X.
You've heard of P90X.
Insanity.
21-day fix.
The Brazil butt lift, Pyo,
Hip hop abs.
Yes, the 3-week yoga retreat you hear about so much, and the best trainers to get you excited and motivated.
Sean
T,
you've heard of him.
Of course I've heard of him. But they have hundreds of effective workouts, all fitness levels, bodybuilding to weight training to cardio hit to yoga, even dance workouts. So you're always finding something. If you don't mix it up and keep it interesting, you don't want to do it. So you want to keep it fun. And if you say you're too busy, come on.
That's an excuse.
That's an excuse.
You got a smartphone, babe?
Yes.
You got a Wi-Fi connection?
Yes.
You got Beachbody?
Yeah.
Then you can work out.
That's right.
Doesn't matter where. You can do it anytime, anywhere, on demand.
As little as 10 minutes. And their workouts, the majority of them require zero extra equipment. So if you want to try Beachbody On Demand, Alan's going to start working on his guns. Right? Which one are you going to choose to do the guns workout?
You know,
there's hundreds to choose from. I don't know how you pick one right now.
that yoga workout because it helps my back. It really stretches out my back.
Your arm muscles doing that?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
You can use your own body weight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some of those poses.
Sure.
Well, if you want to be like Alan and try it out, our listeners can get a special free trial membership when you text the word sandwich to 303030. And this is full access to the entire platform for free, all the workouts, the nutrition information as well.
Just text sandwich to 303030.
Get support on there too if you have any questions and you're doubting some of the stuff you're doing.
Boom.
It's not always about just working out, it's about what you put in your body. So I love that nutrition information as well. Thank you, Beachbody On Demand.
So here's what I've learned about moving, babe, and this has happened to me
There's
before.
more lessons?
Well, I think whenever you move into a new place, you think, okay, this place is in really great shape. We're just going to move our stuff in, and we're going to be good. We're going to be good.
Everybody thinks that, right?
But man, there's always little things, I think, at any apartment or house that you're like, well, now that I've been here a minute, I don't really like the color, or that light fixture kind of bugs me. Can we just replace that while we're doing it? And all these little things,
it's really
they
weird.
add up.
When you go into a house, when you're looking for houses to buy, you oh my gosh, this is it. And then once you buy it, you start looking at stuff and you start seeing it with different eyes. It is true. So we did change a couple paint colors. We noticed all the lighting was a little bit warm and yellow.
Yeah.
I guess is what you kind of golden yellow. And we like more of a bright light. So we replaced all the lights with brighter light bulbs, things like that.
Yeah, I did that. I DIY'd that one.
Yeah, thank you. That saved us some money on that.
Dale, you're a contractor. Dale showed me how. Mm-hmm. Dale's great. If you guys need a contractor, hey, hashtag not an ad.
No.
But man, Dale is the man. That guy, I think contractors, they get a bum rap because there's this, what's the right word? People think that contractors are always late, or they don't do what they say they're going to do,
or they stop showing up. A lot of times
they just
you hear
say
about
I'm out on the project, and they
bail.
Take the money and run. Man, Dale, if he says he's going to be there at 8:00, he's going to be there at 8:00. If he says he's coming over with 4 light fixtures, and then he's got a guy that's sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties here. And he says he's got a guy that's coming over at 8:30, a painter, and then the stainer's going to come right after him. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a good guy.
He says it's going to happen. It happens. Now, he ain't the cheapest guy.
No.
But he's not the most expensive either.
So. But we trust him.
We really trust Dale.
Good.
But yeah, he's been helping us out a lot, and
But we're about done. I think we're about done.
We're about done. I hope.
I don't think we have any other projects.
Well, there's always something.
There's always something.
There's always something we can do.
Yeah, I got to earn some more money. We got to do some more commercials before I can do anything else to this house.
So
y'all don't be mad at us for doing commercials. We got stuff to pay for.
Did you know, babe? Did you know that this podcast, we average about an hour?
Uh-huh.
And we usually do 3 commercials, and they're all about a minute apiece.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. So that leaves 97%. No, wait a second.
Well, out of 100%,
I
you have 97.
I messed that up. We got 3 minutes of commercials. There's 60 minutes in an hour. So there's 57 minutes of commercial-free podcast.
Give or take, yeah.
So 57 divided by 60 is you know what that is?
I don't know.
95%.
Okay, thank
So
you.
95% commercial-free.
All right.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got
that in a
things
while.
you haven't. You were off last week, so you had a whole week to think about that.
Right.
All right.
You seem tired.
I am tired. Honey,
I'm sorry.
I've had a lot going on.
You seem real tired.
I'm sorry. I get up for a radio show about 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but tell everybody what you did a little bit before this.
Oh, I went to happy hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you. How did? I mean, I know you can't talk a lot about it, but how was happy hour?
It was good.
What'd you have? What kind of drinks?
I had 2 dirty martinis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only do you get up at 4:00 in the morning, but you had 2 dirty martinis.
Yeah, it was lovely. They were lovely.
Uh-huh.
What are you having right now, Judgy Pants? I'm drinking a root beer now.
Judgy McJudgerson?
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm here.
Why are you drinking a root beer?
Because you drank all my Diet Pepsi and didn't tell me. I don't mind if it's like what mine is yours and what's yours is mine, but just tell me when you drink the last one.
Yeah.
So I'll stop by the store on the way home and buy some more.
So guys, Kellie has been talking about cutting her hair. And I'm not a fan of that idea.
It's just getting to a point where it's stringy and I can't do anything with it.
But for Mother's Day, and this just reminded me, for Mother's Day, Kellie said, "Hey, why don't you surprise your mom and shave?" You know, I wear a beard. If you've never seen me before, or seen a picture of me, I wear not a
pretty full beard,
not a duck commander beard, but
it's pretty full.
You know, a pretty good beard.
Yeah,
just a standard beard. And Kellie said, "Shave your beard for your mom." And I'm like, "Really?
Your mom doesn't like your beard. She loves you, but she'd rather see you clean shaven."
Kellie has never seen me clean shaven. She's seen old pictures, but since we met and have been married, you had never seen me clean shaven.
No, I hadn't.
So what were your thoughts about that?
I liked it. It was different. I felt like, you went from being Jeffrey Dean Morgan to Andy Garcia, or as some called you, Ray Romano. So, but I'll choose to kiss Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia, or who was the guy on Friends? I used to get that.
Friends?
The Ross guy. What was his name? David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer?
Yeah, when I'm clean shaven, yeah.
No, you don't look like David Schwimmer.
Really? Nicolas Cage, I used to get that.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah,
no.
I've gotten
I
Nicolas
see
Cage.
Andy, and I can see the other guy I said.
Yeah.
Andy Garcia and Ray Romano.
Yeah. So anyway, while I'm shaving, of course, I got to make a bit out of this. So I was cracking myself up with this.
Yeah, you're your best audience.
I shaved,
you are truly your best audience.
I shaved just the chin, so I had these gigantic, thick mutton chops, kind of like the lead singer from Metallica, James Hetfield, had in the 80s.
Yeah.
So that I was cracking myself up.
You did 70s porn star.
I did 70s porn star. So I had a big, thick Freddie Mercury looking mustache.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck. Think of Tom Selleck. Then I shaved, let's see. Oh, before I did that, though, I did the Fu Manchu. So I did the David, well, people don't know who David Carradine is. Who's someone else who did a Fu Manchu?
I don't know. David Carradine's all I know.
You're a lot of help. Okay, so I did the Fu Manchu.
I'm as much help as you are.
Then I did the 70s porn star. Then I shaved the ends off, which looked like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, right.
So I did.
Or Hitler.
No, it wasn't Hitler.
It looked like it.
I did the Charlie Chaplin, and then I shaved the Hitler Charlie Chaplin off, and I was clean shaven. So we go to brunch, Mother's Day brunch, and we went walking in, and my mom was very happy.
She was. It was a very happy Mother's Day for her.
And my dad kept saying, "You look 10 years younger. You need to keep that look. Keep that look." But
your beard's got a lot of gray in it. But I like your beard.
So what do you think I should do?
I like your beard.
So you want me to grow the beard back?
I'm happy with whatever you choose to do. But you're in the process of growing it back. It's, 3 days post shave, and you got a pretty good scruff going.
Yeah.
It's that point where if we kiss too much, I'll get it irritated.
Yeah, it's the
skin.
sandpaper right now.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think maybe you should do a tradition of every Mother's Day you shave it for her.
That'd be a good bit.
and then just grow it back maybe.
But I don't think you should cut your flowing chestnut mane.
Well,
it's so flowing and it's so chestnut.
I tell you, I shed like a dog. I mean, I shed more than any. I don't know anybody who sheds as much hair as I do, and I don't know how I still have hair on my head.
Babe, there's like a Chewbacca in our shower drain every morning.
I clean it out.
I look down there and I see it.
Most of the time. I think I forgot the other day.
I see a brown Brillo pad down there and two little beady eyes looking up at me.
Brown?
It looks brown in the drain.
Auburn. No, I try to remember to clean it out, but some mornings I think I forget because it's so early. But I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I shed so much, and it's to the point where I don't know what to do with it anymore. So I want to cut it off. I think most women, when women they get so exasperated or whatever, they want to cut their hair. When women are going through huge crisis or huge change, or they're feeling liberated or whatever, they cut their hair. In some extremes, they shave it all off. I'm not feeling like that right now.
You're feeling like Britney? 2008
No, I don't think I'd have a pretty bald head. I might surprise myself, but I have an indention on my head.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's like an indention, and I'm afraid.
Where?
Wait a minute, I have to find it now. Wait a minute, I got to find it. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm right-handed.
We're feeling Kelly's head right
here.
Now. Where?
Feel that? Don't press too hard.
I don't feel it.
Well, I feel it. So if we shave my head, I don't know if I'd have a pretty head. That's the point.
If I shaved my head, I'd look like I had two giant black caterpillars above my eyes.
Your eyebrows are not that thick.
No, I noticed when I shaved.
Okay, here's my lump.
And I got all the hair off my face.
Don't press so hard.
Well, I can't feel it.
Just go
babe.
with it.
I feel a lump.
That's my head.
Oh, okay. So you have a lumpy head.
I have a lumpy head. So you felt the lump.
Do you have neck furters?
I don't think I have a hot dog. You mean the neck thing? Do I? Look.
No, you don't have neck furters. Do I?
No. Like a hot dog pack on your... No,
Yeah,
you don't have one either.
I don't have neck furters?
No. So maybe we'd be all right bald.
Oh, well, let's not think about that. Let's not think about that.
Everybody wants what they can't have.
Yeah.
I wanted to be blonde. I tried going as strawberry blonde as I could. It didn't look good. So I know I'm destined to be a redhead.
Have you ever been blonde?
I tried
blonde?
being strawberry blonde.
When did you do that?
I can show you pictures if I go through my... By the way, I found a box full of pictures that are just stupid. But I can't throw any of them away. But I don't have time to go through them all. But I've got pictures of me when I had really, really light red hair. I used to put a lot of frosting in it, I guess you'd call it.
I'll give you frosting. There were a couple of...
What does that mean?
There are a couple of pictures in there where you look like Ed Sheeran.
Right. Ed Sheeran and I resembled a lot as a child.
Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison?
Is it Dolly Madison? Or Wendy's?
Dolly Madison?
Who's Dolly Madison?
Wasn't she like President Madison's daughter?
No, Dolly Madison.
Or wife?
Isn't the snack cakes Dolly Madison's? Or am I thinking of something else?
Holly, I don't know.
Or am I thinking of... Wasn't that one of...
like Wendy's from the Wendy's cheeseburgers?
Wasn't that one of Hugh's girlfriends?
Hugh who?
Hugh Hefner. Something Madison.
Holly Madison.
Holly Madison? What did I say?
Dolly.
I said Dolly Madison. I thought Dolly Madison were the little snack cakes.
Little Debbie's.
Oh, Little Debbie's. I don't know, babe. I'm confused.
But you can go see my Instagram if you want to see pictures. If you're dying to see pictures of me from when I was younger.
They're cute. There are a few that are really cute.
There were a few that were cute. There were some that were like, oh, who could love that child?
Oh, but don't say that.
Well, I wasn't cute.
A few of them in the face, you look like Emma Kellie.
You just sound like Ed Sheeran.
There was one where you look like Ed Sheeran. I'm sorry. It looked like Ed Sheeran.
That's all right.
Throw some wheels off tattoos on you. You'd been Ed Sheeran.
That's fine. But you know what? That was my life. That was my reality. And now we're going to do another commercial.
Well, you don't we kind of try to bake these in versus just say we're going to do a commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm not going to do a commercial. I'm just going to talk naturally.
Okay, go ahead, babe.
I'm going to talk about my experience with Ritual. Have you seen me take my Rituals? These are vitamins, but they have all the vitamins I need packed into one healthy little pill, but they have a wonderful minty taste. If you see me every time I take them, I'm like,
Really?
that tastes so
That's
good.
kind of a good benefit.
Yes, I'm trying to make healthier choices. It's been really hard lately because I've been a little wheels off with eating because our kitchen has been out of order, and sometimes you have to make sacrifices someplace. But there's one place you can't make sacrifice, and that's getting in your nutrients and the essential things you need, the omega-3s that you need, and the vitamin Ds, and that's why I've found all of this packed into Ritual pills. They're vegan, they're sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergy-free. There's really no reason you can't take one of these Ritual pills. And like I said, they taste so good. And they have this thing that avoids stomach upset. If you've taken a lot of pills and sometimes you take vitamins, you're like, oh, I don't feel so good afterwards. Ritual takes away that because they have a delay release capsule, so you don't feel sick afterwards. And that little good taste afterwards also, because sometimes you get that bad burpy taste afterwards when you take pills. Not with Rituals.
Like fish oil burp?
Right, and they have so many.
Not with these.
Not with these. And so you don't have to take like 20 pills. You can take one Ritual and you can fill in all the gaps that you need nutrient-wise. It's subscription-based, $30 a month delivered to your door. And buying the omega-3 yourself is the cost of a Ritual bottle. So, you know, if it's all combined into one, you don't take out the separate costs of buying more than one pill. And if you forget for a few days, that's all right. You can snooze your order until you catch up. Happiness is guaranteed. You can cancel any time. So if you want to try, you're like, I don't want to be locked into a subscription. You can cancel at any time. So forget everything you know or you thought you knew about vitamins. Ritual's the brand that's reinventing the experience. 9 essential nutrients women lack the most. If you're ready to invest in your health, do what I did and go to ritual.com/sandwich. Your future self is going to thank you for taking Ritual. Consider it your lifelong health 401k. Don't put anything but clean ingredients backed by real science into your body. Go to ritual.com/sandwich and try it out. Yeah, you have, in the move, we found so many bottles of stuff, right? Not just of pills and vitamins and things, when you can have it all in one. That's what I like about
convenient.
Ritual. And honestly, I do like the taste.
The thing about vitamins to me is I take vitamins every day, but I don't like ones that make me feel nauseous.
That's it.
So
This is delayed release tablet, so you don't have that nauseous feeling, and you're not taking 7 or 8 pills. You're taking one.
Yeah.
And you say, oh, $30 a month. It's like, but yeah, that's the cost of one bottle of pills, and you're taking 4 or 5 bottles. Come on.
Good job, babe.
Ritual.com/sandwich.
You mentioned our eating has been a little wheels off.
Oh my gosh.
We went to this place yesterday. Kellie and I are trying to branch out because when we want to get something quick, she always asks me, okay, so where do you want to go? And I'll ask her, so where do you want to go? Well, where do you want to go? Let's go to Payway, or let's go to.
That's fine. I love
Payway.
Payway.
I love Payway. Let's go to Snappy Salads. We kind of got this rotation of 5 or 6 places we go. But Kelly's the other day, she said, where do you want to go for lunch? And I said, well, just meet me at Payway. She goes, no.
You said just the other day,
I know.
I want to go to new places. So I said, turn your car around, head west, and turn north. And the first thing you see that looks interesting, pull in and call me and tell me where you are.
So I see a sign for this place called, hashtag not an ad, Whistle Britches.
Who doesn't want to eat at a place called Whistle Britches? Stop it.
This place was freaking amazing.
It's fried chicken and biscuits.
Fried chicken, biscuits, chicken and waffles, chicken tenders.
A lot of chicken.
A lot of chicken.
And biscuits.
But it was a cool place. They've got a little beer garden outside. It's in Dallas on Frankfurt Road. But they also had whiskey flights.
I know. It's really cool.
So I want to go back and check out those whiskey flights.
Gosh, we've been eating so much lately.
Well, I'm going to make an excuse. It's because our kitchen has been shut down half the time.
That's not really my excuse.
Well,
we could go out and we could eat a salad.
Yeah, that's true. But we've been having all this work done in the kitchen, so they've got it all taped off, and the fridge is closed.
Yeah,
or
I couldn't
taped
get to
off.
that.
So we've been eating out a lot, so we've been bored with our usual rotation, right? So we tried this new place, Whistle Britches, and it was awesome, awesome, awesome. And hashtag not an ad, but I'm going to go back there.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're bragging on them. Maybe they'll buy you a free biscuit or something after that little plug.
I wasn't going to eat that biscuit either, but
Alan looked at it and said, it looks too dense.
It looks real heavy and dense.
I don't like heavy, dense biscuits. I'm like, I mean, my biscuit, And I'm sitting there, and that was the best biscuit. And Alan ate 3 pieces of fried chicken. I said, you need to try that biscuit. And he did.
And I poked my fork at it, and it just basically flaked and crumbled. It was so light and fluffy.
So good.
So I spread a little butter on there, a little bit of that homemade jam.
It was good, right?
Jammed that down my yap,
Right.
and I rolled out of there maybe 3 or 4 pounds heavier.
And everybody wonders why I'm gaining weight. I'm just happy married to you, honey.
Yeah. I told Kelly, I got on the scale this morning.
Yeah,
And I am way down.
I know, because you've been busting your butt moving stuff. You're being a man.
I have done a lot of work.
I can
around
move.
here.
I move too, and I guarantee you I get on that scale, I would not have that same experience.
Well, I set up the landscaping here at the new house too, like I did at the old house.
And that was my Mother's Day gift.
Yeah. I got
Speaking
Kelly.
of Mother's Day, which was this past weekend.
Yeah.
Alan went out. He's really good at landscaping. You're good at a lot of things, and landscaping is one of your talents. And he went out and
Thank you,
bought
baby.
some beautiful plants and did all the landscaping in the backyard for my Mother's Day. And for him, but
Yeah.
we're saying that was my Mother's Day too.
I enjoy it, but one thing I did at the old house for Kelly and Emma Kelly was to plant them a little tree. It was actually a crepe myrtle, but you can train it into a tree. You know, I always thought like when you move in, you should plant things because they grow over the years, and it's neat to see. You know, you take pictures of the house. It's neat to see how they grow over the years. And I think what we're going to do is that tree I planted for Kelly. I have my old dog Sydney's ashes, and we need to go get George's ashes.
I haven't gone back to the vet to get them. I just can't go.
But we're
You're
gonna
gonna go.
We're gonna take a spoonful of each of our old puppy's ashes and put them at the base of the tree, so that can be kind of a family tree. Not to be, I don't know, sad,
Morbid,
morbid
morose.
or sad. No, but I thought that'd be nice to kind of dedicate the tree to the family and our puppy dogs we don't have anymore.
I know.
And maybe someday at this house we'll get a new puppy dog.
I don't know. The longer you're without a dog, the more you're like, wow, dogs are a lot of work.
Yeah.
And a lot of expense, and having to house train a new dog, which I'm very good at house training dogs. I really am. That's one of my little special gifts. But man, it's a lot of work. And the vet bills, it's like, because George at the end, man, that was a lot of money keeping that dog alive. And I paid it, and I was, I would have done anything for that dog. But, it's just, and then, I don't know. The kids want us to get another dog. I'm putting it off as long as I can. My heart wasn't ready for a dog, and now I'm like, my practical wallet isn't ready for a dog.
I don't know.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know that I'm ready for a dog yet.
Yeah, it's just too soon.
Yeah.
New house.
I'm sure we'll get one someday, but
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Mother's Day. Your mom and dad and brother and sister-in-law and children, they came over here to see the new house.
Yeah, we had a little swimming party. We finally have a pool at our new house. We've never had a pool before. Mm-hmm. What?
Nothing.
Well, first we went to brunch with your family,
Yeah,
and and then my family came over later. So we had morning with Alan's family, evening with mine.
Yeah, yeah, and I love Kelly's family. They're so funny. Kelly's mother is so sweet, and she was, she's helped us with the house, and it was nice to celebrate.
She lined the shelves in the bathroom and the kitchen. She's such a good little shelf liner.
She's done a lot of work. But so Kelly's brother Ryan comes over, with his family, and Ryan's funny. He's a funny guy. I love Ryan to death. He is a great guy. Uh-huh. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting to see what you're going to say.
I told you I was going to tell the story.
Well, I doubted you were.
It's not a bad story.
All right, we'll see how you position it.
So Ryan's funny every
This
time.
is my family.
I know. I'm not. I love Ryan to death. This is a funny story.
Okay.
So Ryan, we had this record kind of needle scratching on the record moment.
We did?
Yeah, Ryan and I did. At least he didn't. I don't think he thought it was, but I did. Mm-hmm. So Ryan, he's just making conversation with me. And I've known Ryan now for how long? 2 years? Couple years. Yeah. So he was just asking me some questions, and he said,
My brother loves to ask a lot of questions.
He asked a lot of questions. So he said, how are the kids doing? I said, they're doing good. What are they playing? I said, baseball, basketball, tennis, all that stuff. So he goes, Alan, where's your mom from again? Is she from Ecuador? No, Ryan, she's from the Philippines. And he's like, oh, that's right. I knew she was from the Philippines. He said, Philippines, huh? And I said, yeah. He goes, man, you look really tan. And I said, yeah, that's because I'm half Filipino. He goes, huh? And he kind of looks at my face and he goes, you shaved your beard though. You don't have any tan lines. And I said, no, sir. He goes, do you get tan lines? And I said, no, Ryan, I don't get tan lines. I'm half Filipino. And when he asked me that, do you get tan lines? I was about to put a tortilla chip with ranch in my mouth, and I dropped a big gob of ranch on my foot.
Yeah.
Because your brother is asking me if I get tan lines.
Uh-huh.
Why would he ask me if I get tan lines?
Because you didn't have a tan line on your face. And you do too get tan lines.
And why would he think
your butt's lighter than your body when you go in the summer?
And why would he think my mother's from Ecuador?
I don't know. He can't remember anything. You do too get tan lines. You lied.
I don't get tan lines.
You do. Your butt gets lighter than your body when you go in the pool and stuff in the summer.
Well, babe, my butt's never been in the sun.
So you get tan lines.
Actually, it has been in the sun. I was out there at the pool the other day, and I got done landscaping. I said, "Screw this!" Took off all that stuff.
You've been skinny dipping already?
I just did once.
Oh gosh, I don't think our neighbors can see.
Oh,
our last house, our neighbors could see. We couldn't do anything naked in the backyard.
This story isn't translating, and it's probably not as funny to everybody as it is to me. But it was just like he's looking at me like, do you get tan lines? And I was just about to eat that chip, and then the ranch dropped on my foot, and I'm kind of looking up at him. And this is your brother.
Yes.
Why is your brother asking me if I get tan
He's
lines?
making conversation.
God.
And you do get tan lines.
I just thought it was an odd line of questioning.
Oh, gosh.
That's not a bad story. It was funny.
I didn't know which story you were going to tell.
Which one do you think I was going to tell?
I don't know.
Well, I don't tell everything.
All right. I wasn't sure.
Which one did you think I was going to tell?
I don't know.
What others are there?
I don't know. I'm not saying anything to ring your bell.
Okay. Well, I heard you say on the radio, you said we have HBO. Do we have HBO?
I asked you the day and you said we did. We don't?
I don't know if we do or not.
Alan.
We upgraded our package, but I don't know.
We upgraded the package and I said something about HBO. You said we got HBO now, and now you're telling me we don't have HBO?
I'll have to check after the podcast. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I thought for sure you said we have HBO.
Here's what we can do. I'll call them. We'll add HBO.
No, I don't want to add. But
no, okay. Listen. I'll call them. We'll add HBO after the royal wedding. We'll cancel HBO.
I think they're doing a 30-day free thing because I saw an ad for it the other day that they were saying they want people to watch because Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon are doing wedding coverage in character or something, which I think would be really funny to watch. But I think they're having a thing where if you sign up for it, you get now.
I
please
thought
don't
we
quote
get
me.
it for free.
We don't get it for free because before we moved in this house, we didn't get it. But you told me you upgraded, and I thought you told me we get HBO. So I went on the radio saying, I got HBO, I get HBO. I haven't even looked, but I might not.
I haven't even looked either.
Oh, crap. Well, anyway, even if we don't have HBO, I'm still watching the royal wedding on some channel.
Yeah. But
here's the problem. It comes on at a god-awful hour because they're getting married in England. Over here, it's butt crack of dawn. So a couple listeners actually were very nice, and they sent me a schedule of what time everything is. Mm-hmm. So I believe the royal wedding, the ceremony is taking place, the actual ceremony at 6 a.m. our time, Central Time.
On Saturday?
I believe that's what they said. It's either 5 or 6 a.m. Saturday. But I'm getting up because I want to watch some of the pre-wedding coverage. It's going to be a long day. The wedding, and then my daughter has an 8 a.m. volleyball tournament. Who schedules a volleyball tournament the same day as the royal wedding? I don't know. They're very evil people. So I've got to drive about, how far is it away? About 45 minutes to go to this volleyball tournament.
Where is it?
Murphy.
That's, about 45 minutes.
So I got to go there. So we got to be there early, which means I'm going to have to leave about a little bit before 7. So I'm going to hopefully at least see most of the wedding. I have to record the rest. And then after that, after the volleyball tournament, which is a single elimination, and I don't think we're going to go far. Nothing against, but our kit team isn't that great. I got to go over to my niece's graduation party about an hour and a half away from there. That's at 11 a.m. And then Alan and I are going to a 5 p.m. formal wedding that's being held outdoors in Dallas, Texas. And the forecast is calling for sunny and 95.
It's calling for record heat on Sunday.
Record heat on Saturday.
Or Saturday.
Yeah. So we're going to be at a formal outdoor wedding at 5 o'clock on Saturday. That's exciting.
Hey, at least you're not going to be wearing a tie.
Well, you're not going to be wearing a bra and heels.
Whoa.
Okay.
You don't have to wear a bra.
Well, yeah, we do.
Why? Why do you have to wear a bra?
We do. And
why can't you set them free?
I could.
Well, you should.
I shouldn't.
Why don't you?
No, not at a wedding. That's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. It's some things you just don't do at a wedding.
How would people know?
They would know.
How would they know?
Because you can tell on certain outfits when you're wearing a bra or not.
What are you going to wear?
Well, it's a fitted dress, a form-fitting dress.
Oh.
So
there might be
saggage.
Headlights on.
If I'm not wearing a bra, why are you talking like that? Creepy.
I don't know.
That was very creepy.
How was that creepy? How was that creepy?
That was creepy. That was a creepy moment. So anyway, that's what we're doing.
What, headlights
that's my
on?
Saturday.
How was headlights on creepy?
I'm gonna have to get up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
How was headlights on
and
creepy?
I gotta go to a 5 o'clock wedding in 100-degree heat.
Well, while you're doing all that, I'm going to be at a baseball game, a soccer game. There's something else I had to do.
A wedding.
A wedding, yeah. It's going to be a busy Saturday.
It's going to be a busy Saturday. But I'm looking forward to the royal wedding. And if you're excited like I am, you probably have tons of questions or wondering, why do they do that? Why do they do that?
Is this interesting stuff?
I'm going to parlay this into interesting stuff about the royal wedding.
Oh, okay. So this is our bit called Interesting Stuff.
Yeah, I'm just going to go through some of the stuff I found. I did a lot of online stuff, even though a lot of it's just from like reading gossip websites. You know, the big drama this week has been about Meghan Markle's father.
Yeah. Is he going or what?
No.
He's not?
At this point, he's not.
I thought he was not, then he was.
Right.
Now he's not?
At this point, I don't see how he can because he says he had heart surgery this morning.
Oh.
So, Mr. Markle, I think he was duped by his sorry daughter, Meghan's half-sister, and as well as some paparazzi. A lot of Meghan's family, they're just an embarrassment to her.
Why? What?
They are awful. There are a lot of half-siblings involved. I think Mr. Markle got around. So she has some half-siblings out there, and they feel like Meghan, she took off, became a celebrity or whatever. Now she's marrying royalty, and there's a lot of envy there, a lot of resentment. And like one of her half-brother, wrote an open letter to Harry that you shouldn't marry my sister. She is not who she seems to be, and she's this bad person, blah, blah, blah. Well, Mr. Markle, the dad, claims that letter gave him so much stress that he suffered a heart attack, and he went to a hospital in Mexico. He doesn't have a lot of money, but he went to a free hospital in Mexico or something. So this is what I've gathered from all of my online reading. Mm-hmm. So he checked himself out of the hospital with the intention of going over to walk Meghan down the aisle. But then these staged paparazzi photos, we found out they were staged, according to the half-sister. I did it so our family would look good. They were catching all these bad pictures of my father, and I wanted him to look good. And we thought, and she convinced her dad this would be good, that the royal family, the palace, would be pleased with this. Instead, it was a huge embarrassment. So then he said, I'm not doing it. I don't want to embarrass my daughter any further. So from what we gather, Meghan was like, Daddy, I don't care. It's important. I want you to walk me down the aisle. He's under so much stress that he says he can't do it now because he had to have heart surgery today. The heart surgery caused by the heart attack that he blames on his son that wrote the open letter to Harry. You got all that?
What a bunch of drama.
It's a nightmare. And now her mother possibly is going to walk her down the aisle, but I personally think that is a tradition, and I love tradition with royal weddings, but Meghan and Harry are such a progressive couple. They're interracial marriage, which is not done in the royal family. And so they're setting a lot of precedents with this marriage. She's the oldest royal bride to be at 36. So she's a divorcee.
What is her background?
Her mother's black and her father's white.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And she's getting a lot of, in England, she's having to face a lot of discrimination about that. But they're breaking down so many old traditions and old rules when it comes to royal marriage. Why does she need anybody to walk her down the aisle? She's an independent, strong woman. Well, maybe she's like, I'm giving myself away. That would be a good statement, I think.
Well, does she want her father to walk her down the aisle? Well,
we don't know legitimately what was said. We only know what Mr. Markle, Thomas, has been saying to TMZ. But I would imagine that, still you're a little girl and you want your dad to give you away. But I think she'd be making a bolder statement to give herself away.
Do you think the Brits look at us, this American family, and think they are the biggest boobs in the world?
Well, this family is, but I don't think they can paint all Americans with the same brush. Like we can't paint all British people with the same brush.
British teeth.
They don't all have
That's
that.
just a stereotype. Yeah.
So anyway, here's some interesting things I found out. I don't know who's going to walk her down the aisle. That will be a surprise, right? But did you know that Meghan, of course, the Queen had to approve. I'm sure that if she didn't, I don't know, maybe they would have worked around it. But he did have to go to the Queen Mother and say, well, not the Queen Mother, the Queen, and say, you know, I would like to have your blessing. And she gave it. But did you know that whoever marries into the royal family cannot be Catholic?
Really? I didn't know that.
The 1701 Act of Settlement prohibits royals from marrying Catholics. Royals may legally wed someone of any faith except Roman Catholicism.
Why?
Or an atheist. I don't know.
Okay, I kind of get that, but why the
I don't know.
Catholic?
But now Meghan went to a Catholic girls' school, but she was raised Protestant, so she was fine to marry him, but she decided to go ahead and be baptized and become a member of the Church of England out of respect for her husband because she was becoming a British citizen. So that's what she did. They had a secret ceremony, which we found out about pretty immediately, where she did the baptism on the head with holy water from the River Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was, but they don't like the Catholics. I didn't know. I just read this morning.
I didn't know that.
So I didn't know that.
That's interesting stuff, babe.
The wedding dress must be white. If she wanted to break tradition and do something funky, she can't. But they said until Queen Victoria, royal wedding gowns used to actually be red. But she went with white as her in her wedding in 1840 to Prince Albert. And so ever since then, they followed suit. Her bridesmaids are always children. You know, she's going to have a maid of honor. You know, Pippa was Kate's maid of honor.
Oh.
So we are not really sure who
I remember Pippa.
Meghan's going to choose. But all the little bridesmaids and the little page boys, they're always children. Let's see. The guest list must be approved by the Queen, which they say is probably why the Obamas aren't going. They wanted to keep it from becoming a political thing, and I think they didn't want to invite Trump or anybody representing the Trump White House. So to keep it from becoming a political thing, we're gathering this because nobody's commenting. Like the Prime Minister's not invited and the Obamas aren't invited.
Let me ask you a question. Does the Queen really look at the guest list?
I'm sure they run it by her. She's still very active.
Okay.
Her bouquet every royal bride has a tradition that started again with Queen Victoria. They have sprigs of myrtle in their bouquets. It's known as the herb of love. I didn't know this.
Myrtle.
So after her wedding, Victoria, she planted a myrtle shrub in her garden, and every royal bride since then has carried a bouquet containing a sprig from that bush.
Wow.
That's a cool tradition.
That's a cool tradition.
Isn't it?
That is very cool.
I love that. But she doesn't get to keep her bouquet. You know how some people like frame them and freeze dry them? She has to leave it on this memorial of the unknown warrior. Like we have the unknown soldier, they have an unknown warrior. So she's going to have her bouquet laid there at his grave.
Wow.
And that was started by the Queen Mother in 1923, who left the flowers on the memorial honoring her late brother Fergus, who was killed in World War I.
Fergus?
Mm-hmm. She can't choose her wedding band, but the groom does not have to wear a wedding ring, and none of the royal guys, like William's not wearing one. I don't know, Harry might because he's, non-traditionalist. But the wedding ring has to contain Welsh gold that she wears. It has to. It's 3 times more valuable than gold from Australia or South Africa.
Good eye, mate.
That's another custom that dates back to the Queen's late mother in 1923. How about that?
It's all kinds of traditions.
Once she's married, Meghan cannot be involved in politics. The royals are never to express political views. They don't even vote in their elections.
Okay.
How about that? How about that?
That's interesting stuff.
Autographs are off limits. Meghan's signature is now a lot more valuable since her engagement. Royals are not permitted to sign autographs to protect against forgery. So the hundreds of wedding thank you notes that go out, they will be done by the press office. So that's not a bad thing. That's a lot of thank you notes to have to write. And you have to think of something cute and clever to say with everyone. She can't sign autographs. And I remember she slipped up. It was in the press. I remember right after she became engaged and the little girl asked for her autograph and she signed it because she's like, oops, she forgot. Out of habit, And the brides must pay for their wedding dresses, which are elaborate and massive amounts of money. But really, what expenses does she have anymore? As a celebrity, she's able to borrow dresses, designers give her things. But as a member of the royal family, they have to buy their own clothes.
Does the royal family, do you know that? You may not know this.
They have
babe.
millions of dollars.
Okay, so how do they get their income?
I don't know. But they have millions of dollars, and I know Princess Diana, she left a huge amount of money to her sons
Is it
that they
just
inherited.
through taxes and
I
inheritance?
honestly, I don't know. I wish I knew that.
Yeah. Well, like the president draws a salary, but it's taxpayer money. Like I'm wondering, how do they finance their,
I don't know.
their lives?
I can look that up for you. I'll find that answer out.
It's not a big deal. I'm just curious because they have a lot of money. So, like, where's it coming from?
And you know, the wedding cake, it's a huge wedding cake, and they have a tradition of who, you know, what flavor it is and all that. But they say the wedding guests, they don't take a piece of cake home with them. It is mailed to them. Every wedding guest gets a piece of wedding cake mailed to them.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. And the security, William and Kate's wedding had around 5,000 officers lining the streets, snipers and undercover officers throughout the city, which was estimated to cost $12 million. And the government does pay for that. That won't come out of the royal couple's money, but there'll be about that much money. So millions and millions of dollars. That's the biggest expense for the royal wedding. How about that? Is that enough stuff? I can keep going.
No, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know any of that.
I'm so glad.
I don't know anything.
I'm so glad. I thought that was some interesting stuff. I did not know that thing about the Catholics.
I don't know anything about the royal family. You are.
Do you feel like you know more now?
Yes, I do. Are
you a little bit more excited?
I am. You're
not going to get up and watch with me, though.
No, I'm not.
I'm not going to ask you to. I don't want anybody on that couch with me that doesn't want to be there.
I'm going to
with
set
me.
you up. No, I'm going to set you up in the that big media room.
No, that's okay.
No.
I think I want to just be on the. It's so dark up there. I might go back to sleep. I need to be like not completely 100% comfortable so I can stay awake for it.
Well, that's pretty good, interesting stuff.
Thank you, baby.
Did you want me to share my interesting stuff?
I would love to hear your interesting stuff. I might not be as interested as I was in the royal wedding.
Well, I'll just go through these real quick because we're coming up on our time to finish a sandwich and some lovin' tonight. But did you hear this story about this woman who sent 65,000 text messages to a first date?
I did hear about that.
You want to talk about that? Is a crazy woman.
Well, yeah.
She's got something wrong with her.
Yeah, that's a mental illness. This is an online date gone bad.
She has got something wrong with her.
That's imagine a man. He's like, I'm going to give this online dating a try. He swipes right on this girl. She looks kind of nice. And then she proceeds to harass him. They said as many as 500 texts in one day.
I felt like I met my soul. This is what she said. I felt like I met my soulmate, and I thought we would just do what everybody else did, and we would get married, and everything would be fine.
Oh.
Stating she met the man on Luxy, an online dating site for verified millionaires. Well, there's a reason I'm not on that.
Is she a verified millionaire? I don't think the women have to be verified millionaires when you go on those sites.
Don't ever try to leave me. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a murderer.
Why do you talk like that when you do that?
Because I don't want anyone hearing my voice say I'll kill you.
Oh, honey.
What?
That's silly.
No,
Just
it's
say
not.
it. Nobody's going to take that out of context.
No.
You're reading.
I'm saying it's Hank Hill voice. And then she says a lot of really wheels off
crazy.
things.
And then they had a reporter interviewing her, and she's babbling nonsense, and she's talking about love and stuff, and she's mentally ill.
Oh, what I would do with your blood. I'd want to bathe in it.
Yeah. She showed up to his work.
God.
They escorted her from the property. I think they caught her trying to get into his house. So that's just an unfortunate situation.
If I was that guy,
You think he's going to try online dating again?
I would move.
Well, she's, and you can find it online if you want to see her courthouse interview. I just don't, what are they going to do to this poor girl? She obviously needs intervention.
So that was one story. Here's another one that caught my eye, babe. And this actually happened to me. Here's the headline. This is from Michigan. Woman fired after cop sees laxative-laced brownies. So this woman, she worked for a Michigan engineering company. She baked brownies for this guy who was leaving the company, and she baked laxatives into the brownies.
X-Lax, the chocolate laxative. Hey, she must have really hated him.
So somebody tips off the cops. The cops come.
He has intestinal distress, or she told someone.
It doesn't say, but an employee tipped off the police that she had done this. The police arrest this woman.
See, you can't, if you do something like that, you got to keep your mouth shut. You can't tell anybody. Not that I condone it.
Other employees told police that there may have been tension between the woman and the departing employee, but specifics. Now, when I was in college, I worked at a factory. I emptied trash and I drove forklifts. And I remember there were 2 or 3 of the guys on my crew. They baked me a cake. And it was a chocolate cake. And first of all, these are the kind of guys that wouldn't.
Men don't bake men cakes.
Right. These are the kind of guys that wouldn't bake a cake. It was a chocolate cake, and they're really wanting me to eat it. And I'm like, even at 20 years old,
You figured that out.
Come on, guys. What are y'all doing? I mean, it was just like a dumb joke.
But you didn't do it.
No, I didn't eat it because I knew it had X-Lax in it. But this lady got arrested.
But there was a time you ate another brownie.
Oh, well, I went on a date, and this gal gave me, the cookies.
The cookies.
Yeah.
But you didn't know then.
I didn't know.
They were laced with not X-Lax.
Marijuana.
They were laced with marijuana.
Yeah. So anyway, I just read the story.
Can
I'm
you
like,
believe that?
well, this
you go on a
happened to
date
me.
with
The guy-
someone and they give you a cookie with marijuana and they don't tell you.
Oh, wait, we're talking about that now?
She didn't tell you and she just gave you that?
I was talking about the laxative-laced brownies.
I would call 911 and have her arrested. If anybody did that to me, I would have them arrested. I have gone my whole life without doing a drug, and if somebody slipped that to me without telling me, I would have them arrested.
Okay, and here's the last.
And my husband doesn't share my self-righteous anger with that.
Here's the last interesting stuff. This is also in Michigan. Okay, can you imagine I proposed to you at the top of Reunion Tower, big tower here in Dallas-Fort Worth, 50 stories up.
Yes.
I had a photographer planted there. I had music planted. I had the whole thing planned. I get down on bended knee. And then can you imagine if a little toddler went right behind us, dropped his pants, and took a big whiz right there at Reunion Tower?
Oh.
That's what happened to a couple in Michigan.
Oh.
Alyssa Anter said yes Saturday to the question popped by her boyfriend, Kevin Priztula. Videos show the bride-to-be and man on bended knee. They're blissfully unaware that right next to them, 3-year-old Owen Anter had dropped his pants to urinate in front of Bay City's Ring of Friendship sculpture.
Oh, Owen.
They were alerted to the pint-sized proposal crasher by the giggling videographer, Priztula's 11-year-old daughter, Kayla. Alyssa Anter says her son stole the show and acknowledged his potty training is a work in progress.
That is. Boys
will just drop it wherever they feel like dropping it.
Well, I haven't experienced that with your boys.
No,
they're still a little shy when it comes to that.
They're pretty good. They're not. You know what Cole did the other day?
Your almost 10-year-old.
Yes. Your brother was trying to figure out if he was the youngest.
He can't remember.
Or the middle kid.
Right.
But Cole is my 10-year-old.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah, you knew that. Cole has always had this thing about his armpits, like he doesn't like wearing tank tops.
Right.
But I was surprised the other day at the pool. He just said, "I'm out." He took his shirt off.
You know what?
Did you notice that?
I do now that you say that.
Yeah, he took his shirt
off. He
off.
swims with his shirt on.
Not the other
That's
day.
right.
Yeah.
What in the world?
I guess he
got over it.
He got over it.
And your Dylan won't swim without a shirt.
He still likes wearing his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very modest little boys. Very cute.
All right, babe. Well,
I was talking about going back to the royal wedding, how interesting I think it is that the wedding cake, slices of wedding cake are mailed to all the wedding guests. Who's going to eat the expense on that? I'll tell you how they could save a lot of money and a lot of time mailing out all those slices of wedding cake. I wonder if stamps.com is available in jolly old England. I know it's available here in the United States, and it is a time saver and a money saver because if you own a small business, if you work out of your home,
like us,
if you just have a lot of stuff you've got to get in the mail,
like us.
Yeah, but sometimes your hours aren't always post office hours. Post office, has regular, 9 to 5? I don't know what post office hours are now, but they have to close up shop and go home, and it's nighttime. You got to get your stuff done. If you have stamps.com and you have a computer, you have a printer, and you have this digital scale, you can print postage for any letter, any package using all that. And you don't have to guess because of that digital scale. You'll never overpay. You'll never underpay again. And then you get it all ready and the mail carrier picks it up for you. Click, print, mail, and you're done. Could not be easier. We love stamps.com just because, hey, It's convenient.
We're small business owners. We got a lot of stuff to mail.
And time is money. And
time
we like
is
to say
money.
them both.
That's right.
So right now, if you want to try Stamps.com, use Sandwich for this special offer. That includes up to $55 in free postage, a digital scale, and a 4-week trial. So go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Sandwich. That's Stamps.com. Code
Sandwich.
Thank you, baby.
That is awesome, babe. We love Stamps.com.
We do.
Well, let's finish this thing up, babe.
Yeah, because I'm high as a kite right now.
Yeah, we can smell the fumes in here.
Our pantry got painted today.
Yeah,
And they used
it looks great.
A oil-based something or other. And he said the smell would go away quickly. Whew.
Yeah, we need some fresh air.
Need fresh air and an Advil.
Yeah. Well, remember, Sandwich and Some Lovin' Nation, we have Instagram, A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Instagram,
Yes.
at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We got A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Facebook. We've got A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Twitter, at Sandwich Lovin'.
At Sandwich Lovin'.
Yeah, get out there, follow those accounts, follow Kellie and I on social media. We're always posting
We
all
follow
kinds
each
of
other, so you can look at who we follow and you can find us.
Yeah, so follow the accounts there. And don't forget, kellieandallen.com. One thing that we'd like you to do, and it really helps us for future podcasts, is send us a question. You can send us a question for Ask Alan anything or Ask Kellie anything. You can just click on our little picture, and then it'll take you to a form where you can ask your question and submit it to us, and we may read your question on the future podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And if you have any suggestions, too, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah. So this was fun, babe. We covered a lot of territory, but we're going to finish this thing up, right?
Yeah, we're ready to finish it.
Okay. Well, this was fun, and I love you desperately.
I love you too, baby.
Podcast number 52, my first podcast at Evans Manor, your second podcast at Evans Manor.
Inside Evans Manor.
Inside Evans Manor.
Patio of Evans Manor was a bust, but we'll maybe try it again with an extension cord.
But yeah, but this is going to be the first of many, so we hope you've enjoyed it here, broadcasting from the Great Hall of the People in Evans Manor.
The Great Hall of People is what we're calling it?
The Great Hall of the People.
All right.
Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.